Hey, what's up, guys? Little man with a big opinion here. We've got another prepping news video today. It was first reported from local news articles, and it's finally being picked up by their big boys, the mainstream media. And so I'll have a little cut overlay to the article, as well as a link in the description down below to the specific article that I'm referencing. And if you didn't know about this, like and subscribe, because I stay pretty on top of the news. And if you have a friend or family member that has not heard this information and my generic solution to it, then share the video with them. Let's, try to get to 200 subscribers before the end of the year. That's saying a lot, I know. But this article is talking about grocery stores stockpiling food. In today's day and age, they're trying to combat food prices and each other. So they want to maintain a larger stockpile of food. That way they can keep their prices as close to what they are now and be able to, outpace their competitor, keep their, market of people coming in. The big issue with that is ever since the barcode was introduced with Walmart back in the day, grocery stores have moved away from having a large warehouse on hand, and they get their products, shipped in the just-in-time delivery system. So I'll pan over to the article, and then I'll come back for a video wrap-up and what you should be doing. I'm just going to read you a little bit of this article as I further explain what I'm talking about. Pulled it from the Wall Street Journal. This first started out coming from small local news articles, and the mainstream is just starting to cover it. They're 3 or 4 days behind, but supermarkets are stockpiling inventory as food costs rise. Grocery stores are setting aside larger amounts of frozen meat, sugar, and other items to protect profits ahead of anticipated price increases. Now, I want to scroll down to stockpiling by food retailers is driving shortages of some staples, and it's challenging due to transportation costs, labor pressure, and ingredient constraints. So what they fail to mention in here is there's a massive lack within the transportation industry. People don't want to do the job, and with the increase in fuel prices, companies are having to increase the overall amount that they're paying to transport your normal foods. So you spending $3 2 months ago on a few pounds of hamburger meat is now costing $4 and $5, and the increase is going to continue dramatically. So basically what these food companies are doing is they will be able to maintain their prices for a while. They can keep that competitive edge of, oh, my competitor didn't stockpile that much. They're still relying on the just-in-time delivery system. They're paying 5 cents extra per gas or diesel to get the exact same product that we bought weeks, and I wouldn't go into months, because ever since the barcode was added, a lot of our grocery stores just don't have the capability of keeping, on-demand supplies on their shelves much longer than, a 3 to 5 day period. If, people rushed out and purchased these things, they don't have the storage capacity in the back to keep a store functioning, for weeks on end like they used to. So, as a prepper, what should you be doing in this situation? And like I said, it's a very generic solution, and that is purchase your food now. stock up on your stuff now. If ammo and firearm sales are any type of indication, then trying to buy it in the middle of, the worst situation possible, civil unrest and a pandemic together, you know, 22 ammo, I finally found it on the shelves and it was $10 a box. The last time I purchased 22 ammo, I bought it for $2.49 a box. I'm not paying 4 times the price. I am happy with what I have put away that I purchased before the pandemic, and I'm kind of, slowly waiting for it to go back down to normal prices. Your food, like I mentioned before in a previous video, gas is up 56%, coffee was nearing the double digits, bananas, bread, eggs, chicken, all of these things are increasing in prices. And as a prepper, myself with a limited budget, most of you probably don't have thousands of dollars to spend on this. You have to budget, plan a percentage of what's going into this. Not only is the amount of money that you spend on a weekly or monthly basis on feeding your family here and now increasing, what it's doing is putting a strain on how much food you can put away, whether you buy another bug out bag, a tent, you're saving for land or a new vehicle. Food prices increasing will affect your financial situation for prepping. The best, description that I've seen of it came from Canadian Prepper, and he was talking about the Mountain House food that he has stored up now. 20 to 30 years from now, when he actually eats it or tests it to see if it's going bad, he purchased it at a $50 price for a number 10 can, and it could be worth double that amount 20, 30 years from now. And if you start prepping later and later, you're going to spend more for the exact amount of quantity or weight of a product. So the most recent food increase that I saw was from the 50-pound bags of rice at Sam's. The last time I did a 300-pound bulk buy, I got them for $16.48 a bag. I got another 150 pounds at like $17.20, $17.30. And a friend recently told me that it's in the $18 and $19 range, depending on what you get. Beans and lentils have gone up drastically, even in the larger quantities. The first time I purchased beans was $16, $17, and now I think it's $36 to get a 50-pound bag of pinto beans. So your solution, purchase the food now before, the grocery stores stocking up on it should be somewhat of an indication of what's to lie ahead. And the other solution, I recently planted a lemon and a lime tree. I really wanted to have a small orchard, get a pear, orange, and an apple, but I was past, their season for this year, so I'll have to wait till next year. I'm tilling up a small area to plant a garden, and I'm saving the funds to get 4 to 6 chickens. My backyard's not really big enough for more than that, but becoming independent of the systems we have in place, becoming stable on your own, being able to grow and produce your own food. The big goal at the end of the day is for you to have more than you actually need, so that what you're producing, whether it's meat or vegetables, you're able to turn that into more food storage. In the beginning, you're mainly just supplementing with your 3 or 4 eggs a day from your chickens. You've got a small harvest of corn that might be aside for a few months, maybe even if it's only a couple of weeks, you are still getting a better deal on what you're producing than purchasing it in a store. And self-sustainability should be what most preppers are striving for. That's the big marathon goal at the end of all of this. So take a look at the article, read through the whole thing if you want to, or just like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends and family, and I'll catch you in the next one.